opportunity, I stop by here, share some Dhamma knowledge with our members. So today topic is Buddhism and Environment. I recently wrote a book called Away from LA. It has a chapter, second chapter is called Protecting Nature. So maybe you can go through that, find out why we have to protect the nature. As you know, our Lord Buddha, Prince Siddhartha was born under the tree, right? Lumbini Park. Then Siddhartha Gautama got enlightenment under the tree at Bodh Gaya, Bodhi tree. When our Sakyamuni Gautama Buddha Parinibbana passed away under the tree, again Kusuma. Therefore, main three events related to the nature. As you know, many suttas, including our favorite Satipatthana Sutta. What is the saying? Saying Ujung Kayam Pansatim saying Rukkhamula Gatova Sunyagara Gatova. Rukkhamula Gatova. When you meditate, better to do sitting under the tree. So therefore, in many our Buddhist texts, when you even go to Dhammapada, say Ramaniyani, Aranyani, beautiful to see the nature and forest. Most of suttas related to Buddhism, the Buddha or Buddha's main disciple, Sariputta, Moggallana, Girimananda and so forth, all of most Sangha members spend time not in the city or houses, they spend time forest, in the park, enjoying the nature. So therefore the Buddha requested us to protect the nature. In fact, high ordained Sangha members as a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni cannot even pick up the flowers or pick up the leaves, kind of a little tiny rules apply not to do so, to protect the nature. In even the lay people, Sigalovada Sutta, well known Sigalovada Sutta, you remember what is the Buddha saying to the lay people? Buddha said to lay people in Sigalovada Sutta, saying, when like a bee collecting what is called collecting pollen from the flower to make honey, go to flower, little take this flower, that flower, this flower, that's way make honey. Same way, without harming to the nature or without harming, we have to live. That's what Buddha explained to us. In famous couple of suttas mean the number one, I believe I want to explain to you, Agganya Sutta. In Agganya Sutta, it is very interesting sutta, Agganya Sutta of course, because it has explaining the, not only Christian people have when Old Testament explain Genesis, in Buddhism also explaining these similar things. In that sutta, the Buddha explained to us, in the world may be gradually decaying, gradually people get in trouble and problem, difficulties because the disaster of nature. Why? People going to be greedy. As a greedy people, they going to not only greedy, same time they are really decline in their behavior, bad behavior, no moral behavior. As a result, then this nature destroyed. Again, another sutta, Chakravartisi, another sutta also, the Buddha explained to us very well. Due to the people greedy, most of trouble come to the world. Someday even the Sapta Surya Sutta mentioned, one day world may be end. Not right now, don't be fear. It have to be seven sons. First son, when people are doing greedy things, so many bad things, horrible things, not following Dhamma, nature, as a result, second son come to the world, then destroying lakes and water and trees and so forth. Gradually, 7 sons come and whole world destroyed. Because of people are greediness. When I go to Sri Lanka, at least twice a year, I used to go some holy places, especially ancient cities called Anuradhapura. A few years ago, or 6 years ago, I went to the Anuradhapura for pilgrimage. One of monasteries nearby, young monk, lot of there, and a high priest, I happen to know him, Saddha Ransi. So I went to visit him, Venerable Saddha Ransi. Then he offered me a cup of tea. And I saw in the garden some young monk, Samaneras, novices, monks, doing some gardening, removing the grasses and watering and so forth. They didn't have a upper robe. Then I saw most of them have some kind of mark. I asked, what is that going on? Why these people have some kind of their body cutting and some surgery? He says, Venerable Sir, very sad story. In this part of the country has called chronic kidney disease. Even some of villages, 85% men are under this so-called CKD, meaning the chronic kidney disease. Under that they are dying. So this young monk donate their one of kidneys to these poor people. That's a surgery. So why? What's going on? Sri Lanka has a very pure, nice, wonderful water. Why is happening? Then he said, Venerable Sir, these people are very greedy. Greedy people, agriculture, when the developing agriculture, they use many kind of chemicals. Then pesticide, and again the fertilizers, they put many kind of poison, bringing from the foreign countries some agricultural fertilizer put in. As a result, this earth absorbed, then the water polluted, and then people are get this kidney disease. Then after that I went to internet, find out, my God, not only alone, Sri Lanka, also in South America, like Honduras and Guatemala, those part of the countries also same thing. Because to more produce, they want to produce more and more rice, double or triple, they put in this type of poison kind of a agriculture, what's called chemicals. As a result, people are getting sick because of greediness. They want to more and more increase in producing the rice, vegetables, and so forth. Therefore, the Buddha perfectly correct. As a result of people greediness, these all things happening. The Buddha says we have to eradicate our this kind of the greediness. When people become greedy, they don't know what they do. Do you remember Windia's story? There was in a quotation to Jataka, one of Jataka parable. The wind deer, it's very beautiful. In the forest, there was a deer, is called wind deer, because very fast runner. He came to the king's park to grasping. Then the king heard about this deer and asked the person who take care of the garden, gardener, can you catch him? He said, yes, yes, Excellency, I will do that. What he did, he put honey in the garden. Then deer without fear came and have a grasping. Then gradually he even put in the honey to grass and give to his own hand to this deer, started eating. That way he put in the grasses to the royal palace with honey. Then deer following, taking, eating honey, grasses, end up the palace. Then they called the deer. Later on released the king, but the thing is that it's a story showing when we have a desire, we do not know what we are doing. As a result, happening so many things. That is the reason why the Buddha mentioned many suttas. We have to careful not to surrender to our senses. These five senses are greedy many things. In these five senses want to have a look like the house has three doors. These three doors. If we open these three doors, empty house, what is happening? Many homeless people or cats and dogs and anyone come and occupy this house. Likewise our mind, without our knowing, three ways many defilements come and occupy. The Buddha says in Anguttara Nikaya, Pabassara midam bhikkhave chittan tanchako agantuke upakkilitte upakkilittam. Monks, this mind is pure, clean by birth. However, due to defilements like visitors coming, occupying our mind, then polluting our mind. Therefore, have to remove these defilements. But person is a good. That's by the way in the Buddhism saying, oh man, no woman, nothing wrong. They are perfect good people. then why the people are doing wrong thing? Because of their defilements, anger, hatred, ill will, jealous, those type of things. When those are removed, person is perfect. So that is the reason why Buddha says, person is nothing wrong, wrong is defilements, defilements removed, person is good. So then this is a three ways coming to our, pollute in our mind. We call Ale Vijnana. One is unconsciousness without our knowing, our previous life experiences coming. The Buddha's time, there was lay devotees came to the Buddha, requested, Venerable Sir, I want to have a Sangha members today my home lunch, dana. But I need an Arahat, full enlightened one. Then Buddha asked to Panthaka, Maha Panthaka to arrange, he was in charge that time. Then he got a full enlightenment monk. Then the monk is going front, lay devotees holding his ball, following him. While going, there was a muddy place. This monk jumped over that muddy place. Devotee was so sad, he thought, no, this guy is not full enlightenment. If he enlightenment, how he can jump over this place? He have to be very calmly, nicely walk on. So, I will give food as I pledges, but I don't give a gift which I prepared, I don't give to this guy. Then a little further go, another muddy place. This poor monk walked with muddy place without jumping. Then he asked, Venerable Sir, first place you jump over, this place you are walking on the muddy. Why? Oh, I jump over that place, I lost my gift. If I jump over here, I may lose my food too. Therefore, I don't want to do that. Then this man thought, oh, this monk, he could not hide the gift. Then after give a lunch and offering gift, went to the Buddha, explained the situation. Buddha says, yes, he's enlightened one. Then why he jump over? Previous life he was a monkey. Therefore, without knowing when come to the muddy place, he jump over. So Buddha says, every human being, including full enlightenment, except Buddha. Buddha doesn't have that previous life experiences. He eradicated. Everybody is without knowing, doing something, their behavior. Sometimes maybe you guys are same. Maybe Leslie sometime watching over basketball or football or cricket. Maybe last life he was a good cricketer. Even though Malaysia doesn't have a cricket, he watching the cricket. Because previous experiences we without knowing happening. Therefore we have to be careful, we have to watch our previous experiences, have to close that door. Second thing is what happened to us, our childhood problem, called Manana Vijnana, subconsciousness without knowing the other door, coming many visitors, same way when we were young, we have a many trouble and problem. Recently, one of my main teaching in America, I'm a counselor. A lot of young people come to me, get a counseling, especially American students. One of UCLA University student came to me and told me, Bhante, I cannot study. Whenever I get in my hand book, I remember my mom, how she abused me, and I get so angry with her, I cannot concentrate my mind. I asked what happened. When I was like 3 years old, Mummy put 3 hours in the bathroom and locked the bathroom. That one come to my mind, I hate her, I angry her, I cannot do anything. I went to many psychologists, still I hold in this anger. What I have to do? I told her, my dear, some look like you are extremely selfish woman. Because how many hours you, mommy, kept you in her abdomen before come to this world? After coming, how many days, years took care of her until you get to high school, taken here and there and feeding and driving and many, countless hours she took care of you. But you are counting only these 3 hours. Plus you have to understand in this country has a law and order. Mommy want you discipline. But cannot physically beat. That's why I don't approve what she did. She wanted to make a discipline you, that's why she did this way. Anyway, this is a real story. What happened that childhood something happened, most of people carry this, their garbage. As a result, they are getting trouble. Then, therefore, this unconsciousness we have to eradicate, understanding we are the sufferer, not the other parties. Consciousness means the daily life when you go to work, your co-worker or someone give us some difficult time or hard time. If you carry on it that to your home or your life, you are the sufferer. Therefore, Buddha says these 3 doors have to close, otherwise we are getting big trouble. So Buddha again in the Vinaya expressed to Sangha members when drinking water, Buddha's Vinaya actually prohibited drinking unfiltered water. You have to filter it, and that's why in the monks have to, even the ancient time, carry filter with them. Because why? Because it is not only for hygienic reason, but also to protect the unseen organic insect and so forth, protecting them. That's the way Buddha requested to protect the nature. The protecting nature means the protecting our land, our country, because if we do not have a rainy, then we have big trouble. That is the reason why the Buddha says to, as a human being, not only Buddhist, we have to practice 5 principles. 5 principles mean before that we say Buddham Saranam Gacchami, I want to be a smart person. While I'm respecting the Buddha, I respect to the Buddha. Same time Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, that is pledges to protecting the nature. Righteous way of life. I want to be a righteous way of life. When we do not have a righteous way of life, what happens as a result, not only destroy in our life, we are destroying the whole world. The third one, we want to unite people, work together. That is a very difficult task for people, even husband and wife and children and parents. And when we are separate, when we are not working together, team workers, as a result, we really destroying not only nature, also our life also. You know, there's my favorite one of parable is called these 5 finger stories. It's a Chinese parable, Buddhist Chinese parable. This finger says, hey, I am the boss because I can push anything because I'm very strong. I can push anything. Therefore, I have to be a boss. Second one says, no, how can you become a boss? Because I am the person who already do this thing, that thing, and so forth. Wherever fight, I am the person go fighting with the people. Therefore, I have to be the boss. This one says. Third one says, you are silly, both of you. Look, I'm the tallest. I'm the tallest. Therefore, you guys have to respect me. I'm the boss. Next one say, see, people put in ring, like sometime pearl and diamond ring. People respecting me, none of them not respecting you guys. All of them respecting me, therefore I am the boss. Pinky, smallest one say, all of you guys are very silly. When I go to the Buddha front, Namo Tassa, who is the front? I am the front. I am the first person to respect to the Buddha. Therefore, I am the boss. These 5 fingers are fighting each other. Can one finger get this one up? If I get 5 fingers, easily can raise. Likewise, any places, any centers, any monasteries, there are different talents people. All of talents does not have one person. Someone very good for communicating people, someone very good for administration, someone good for writing, everything not good one person. Therefore, we have to work together. Even at home, same thing. We should not thinking, I'm the boss, I have to do everything like that. Therefore, when we can work together, then we can really successful. That is the reason why Buddha asks us to protect the nature, protecting ourselves, follow the 5 precepts. Follow 5 precepts we call, I will refrain from harming any living being. See, harming any living being means I will act for the welfare and what is called happiness of all beings. When I will act the welfare and happiness of well-being, if we do that, I don't want to harm anyone. What is the Buddha's main teaching actually? Many suttas if you follow. Buddha says, Attabhyabhadano hoti, Parabhyabhadano hoti, Ubhyabhyabhadano hoti, Kam tang kusalang kusala vipaka. Anyone does not make a trouble himself, anyone does not make a trouble others, that is I call wholesome act. Attabhadaya hoti, parabhyabhadaya hoti, ubhyabhyabhadaya tang apusala. Anyone making trouble himself, anyone making trouble others, that is I call unwholesome act. Therefore, wholesome means we do not make a trouble physically, mentally or verbally ourselves or to others. That is called wholesome act. Therefore, that way we protecting our nature, our life. Second thing is I will be generous, open-handed, and take delight in sharing. In other words, we call Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhya mean I will refrain from taking without I refrain from stealing. I don't take anything from others without their permission. In other words, if we generous, open-handed, take delight in sharing. If we share things, then we don't have this greedy problem. Lobha, Desha, Moha, this called root, unwholesome root, very bad, unwholesome root. The desire, I, my, desire. As a result, this whole thing happening, we are destroying the nature, we are destroying our environment, and everything happen. Therefore, we should protect our property. Protecting our property means protect our nature also. Third principle called I will refrain from sexual misconduct. I will care for the body, keeping it pure in all ways. You know, some people are very funny. Of course, we know if we do wrong thing, in other words, in another family, one of a person, wife or husband, cheat her husband or cheat her wife, as a result maybe divorce and separate and finally a lot of trouble. Some people are not taken serious. You know, I used to stay in International Buddhist Meditation Center in 1976 in America with American Buddhist priests, Zen teachers. We all together in the morning 5 to 6:30 meditate together. After that we go and have a breakfast. I'm the only person wearing yellow robes and Theravada tradition, others are Mahayana, some of them different tradition. All of get together this center, we live together. One of young ladies, Jewish young lady named Barbara, came to me and told, Bhante, one of your leaders having a many women relationship, and he taking someone advantage in drop and another woman take, and a lot of advantages, and that's way is a bad for Buddhism. At least you better talk to him. In fact, he's the leader in ringing the bell and practicing meditation, Mike. I said, okay. I was so sad to hear that story. Next day, while having a breakfast, I said, Mike, I was told that you are dropping girls and get another one as a Mahayana Buddhist priest. So I won't mind you having a wife or girlfriend, but this is very bad for Buddhism. He very loudly said, Bhante, you do not know Buddhism. I am a Zen teacher master. I am practicing detachment. If I have a girlfriend over 1 week, I'm going to attach to her. Therefore, I drop her, get another girl. What is wrong with that? You do not know Theravada monks, you don't know Buddhism. We are the practitioners, we know the detachment. So how selfish these guys are. Try to Buddha's teaching for their benefit, changing the words and everything, detachment, saying that way. So even I tried my best to explain to him, he didn't get what I am saying. Anyway, therefore sometimes some people are like that. We have to be very careful. These people they are abusing Buddha's teaching their own way. Then the fourth one is called I will speak the truth, words mild, pleasant and noble. I will refrain from lying. When a happy life, if you want to be a happy life, successful life, Buddha in again Anguttara Nikaya Sutta name called Upali Gahapati Sutta expresses us how to be speak together. In other words, communication number one thing is speak. Buddha says, Nela, Kannasuka, Hadayangama, Prori. Nela means when you talk each other, talk very softly. Premaniya, when you talk each other, talk not only pleasant word, also the word which is each other, what is called prema in the affection word. Affection word have to talk each other. Then third one says kanna sukha, whatever your ear to pleasant word have to talk. Hadayangama, your heart is getting soft. Those words have to talk. You know, in America, sometimes I go to American houses for retreats, one-day retreats and half-day retreats. Some of our Beverly Hills rich family houses. Then I heard each other talking, honey, darling, sweetheart, I love you. Then I said, gee, these people are real Buddhists. No, honestly, the Buddha's word. Buddha says exactly use these terms. I don't know your girlfriend or you talk to her this type of words. Buddha says do that. Say honey. In fact, there's a sutta called Honey Sutta. A Honey Sutta says how to talk each other family members sweet word. Honey, darling, sweetheart, I love you. Those are the Buddha's words to use each other. It's not my word. Go and look at the Anguttara Nikaya. The Pali word say Nela, Kannasukha, Premaniya, Havyangama. Buddha says those words they have to talk. Then the fourth principle, if we follow really, we are very happy. Same time we are not going to be greedy. Finally, Buddha says what as a follow, I undertake the precept abstain from alcohol and drug. It means I will care for the mind, keeping it pure, alert and unconfused. If someone take alcohol, what happens? That person inviting sicknesses, his mind going to be sick, body going to be sick. Therefore, these five principles, nothing else. It is number one, protecting our life. Number one, protecting our life. Number two, protecting our properties. Number three, protecting our family values. Number four, protecting our happiness. Number five, protecting our health. If we follow these five principles Buddhas explained as, naturally you are going to love nature. I undertake the precept abstain from killing. It means you are not killing only human being, also you never going to kill animal or any other creatures. Therefore, to protect the nature, follow these five principles. Then the very interesting word you can find, I quote in this book, in one of suttas, Buddha directly mentioned, if anyone make Buddha says, those who set up a park or a grave, the people who construct bridges, place to drinking and a well, those who gives directly they are going to be heaven, like that Buddha explained. In America, before white people got into the America, there lived we call Native American, some people call Indian American. 1985, he wrote to the president, one of a chief, his name is Seattle. Seattle wrote a beautiful letter to the President of America. In one place he's saying, he says, directly saying, the river are our brothers. They give us the needy water. So you must give the rivers the kindness, and you would give any brothers. That he says this. This further he says the earth does not belong to man. Man belongs to the earth. This beautiful article he mentioned how to sometimes very sad. He says the shining water that moves in the streams and rivers in not just water but the blood of our ancestors. If we sell you our land, you must remember that it is sacred. Each glory fraction in the clear water of the lakes reflects the events and moments in the life of my people. So even those people have a greatest idea how to protect the nature. Unfortunately, this is now political issue. So-called developed countries, America, China, India and so forth, all of now, India not developed, they try to develop. All of those countries are polluting a lot of things, many ways. Pollution is the number one cause everywhere. In where I live in Los Angeles, used to be horrible place, now getting better thanks to Jerry Brown. By the way, he is a Buddhist person, and our governor, he is very strictly try to control environment. Therefore, he would not allow many, even the cars have to check all the time smokes, and he encouraged and helped him to get the cars without petrol and so forth. He tried his best, now little better in our Los Angeles. Other than that, nature also punished us. Nature, whenever in many suttas even mentioned, Chakvataniya Sutta also mentioned, when kings and control a country, someone taking care of us, parliamentary or prime minister or president or king or whoever, they are corrupted. Naturally, nature punished us. And today, some of countries not enough water. And I heard in Sri Lanka in next month, couple of months, maybe going to a lot of trouble. No electricity, no water because of the no rainy. Those other things happening to the world. Therefore, we have to protect at least ourselves, each at least once a year, our birthday, we have to plant one of trees. Even though I'm a 73 years old monk, I'm the monk, I plant every time many type of trees. Moringa and so forth. If you go to my temple in Los Angeles, you can find all of things available, Portugal, moringa and other necessary things available in my temple. Therefore, we better to protect and share our parts. That's a very important thing. Also, we must not smoke. Someone smoke, we must tell them to not to destroy our lives and environment. Even that way we can show our gratitude to this world. Otherwise, we are in big trouble. As a Buddhist, whenever we do services, last time what we going to say, we are saying, directly say, Devo Vasatu Kalena Sassa Sampati Hetucha Pito Bhavatu Lokocha Raja Bhavatu Dhammiko. Devo Vasatu Kalena, proper time, please have a rainy. Devo Vasatu Kalena Sassa Sampati Hetucha, our harvest increase. Sassa Sampati Hetu. Pito Bhavatu Lokocha, whole world be prosperous. Raja Bhavatu Dhammiko, rulers must be righteous people. Rulers must be righteous. That's the way we as a Buddhist saying all the time. Give proper time, rainy, successful our harvest, and rulers must righteous. Rulers not the righteous, then environment changing, they are cutting the trees and destroying nature and so forth. Therefore, we have to protect this nature. Otherwise, in our future generation going to be getting a lot of trouble. For that, we have to be a righteous people. Righteous people mean not to harm to ourselves, not to harm to others. If you do so, then we can protect our nature, protect ourselves, protect our environment. Thank you so much. If you have any question regarding, I want to explain to you the topic. I could not talk to our Mr. Pemasiri, otherwise I won't say, please put a topic, Buddhism in America. I love to talk in my experiences, 40 years. Therefore, in my first book, Saffron Days in LA, has a lot of funny stories regarding that. So even you can ask any question, I'm so happy to answer for that.
We thank Bhante for delivering an excellent talk. Any questions, brothers and sisters?
Bhante, one question. In the Buddhist scriptures, is there anything with regards to natural disasters like, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions and tsunamis and hurricanes? Is it due to human error or greed, or is it due to nature?
Thank you so much for that question. There's 5 things explained in Buddhism: Uttuniyama, Bijaniyama, Kammaniyama, Dhammaniyama, like that. Due to the weather, due to the weather systems, this sometime happening, earthquake, and even the Uttuniyama means due to weather, Uttuniyama. Bijaniyama means our genes, due to that something happened. Then the Dhammaniyama, that is the earthquake thing. Dhamma means the nature we cannot avoid, like even the earth in the plates and get together, hit each other, as a result happen an earthquake. Therefore this Dhamma niyama, we cannot avoid something happening sometime. Chitta niyama means due to our mind things happening. In Utu niyama, Bija niyama, Dhamma niyama, Kamma niyama is all of explaining under the Kamma. These 5 conditions control the world. In all of them nothing to do with Kamma, even though we are as a Buddhist sometimes, oh, this is my Kamma. No, we cannot say Kamma. Sometimes, in Sri Lanka 2005, I believe, has a earthquake. There was what called a tsunami. Big tsunami hit, a lot of people died. Some of I saw the articles in the newspapers and so forth saying because of the fishermen's areas got all of trouble, they are killing the fish, as a result this happened. That should not say that way. It is no one can avoid the Dhamma niyama, as a result happened. Dhamma niyama, not that people karma. One of my book is called The Bodhi Tree Grows in LA. I wrote about chapter about this tsunami disaster. It is nothing to their karma. It is a natural disaster. Natural disaster, it is not, we cannot blame to anyone, God or nature or anything. It is as a result of course you are right, when we destroy the nature, it is happening. Then earth getting warm and so forth thing happening, mostly causes for that. But however, it is nothing to do with the karma or any other things. And please study these 5 niyamas. Utu niyama, Bija niyama, Kamma niyama, Dhamma niyama, Chitta niyama. Due to the weather, Utu niyama, Chitta niyama due to the psychological factors, Chitta niyama, Dhamma niyama, nature, Dhamma niyama, then Kamma niyama due to karma. Those are the things. Please go and study, maybe internet, find out 5 conditions in the world, or what's called niyamas, natures, 5 natures. Thank you so much. That's a very good question. Yes?
Excuse me, Bhante. Now you see, we are Buddhists. The thing is that if you talk about especially faith, before we were in Buddhism, we heard a lot about the Bible, the Old Testament. Now most of the white people, they kind of, they are in that faith called Christianity. And after so many hundreds and thousands of years since Buddha's time, this thing is actually happening in this very day. That's what happened, as you said, those so developed countries like US and China, of course, is following very badly actually. They are polluting, as you mentioned, they are polluting. But this actually, they want to do something with nature. They want to do something to overcome this problem. No plastic bags and so on and so forth. But all the time they're talking and talking and talking. Politically are still talking and could not be able to solve this problem. You know very well that they have already punched a hole in above Earth and so on, and it's as large as the United States. That hole is so difficult to man it back, and then because of the carbon dioxide and things like that, those gases in the atmosphere and all these things. And we over here in Southeast Asia alone, we have problems with Indonesia with the haze on and all these things. So that is contributing tremendously to the environment. So over here, we are learning through Buddhism not to practice, not to fight against nature, and this thing cannot seems that there's no end to it. So this is, I like to find out how, what should we also embrace. We can do much, but not very much. As Buddhists, we can do much. We promote, we talk about this, but that's not good enough. They are trying to do it, the politicians in US and all this, they are trying to do it, but nothing seems to come to a very good solution.
Yeah, thank you so much. United Nations and so forth, they are all the time try to get together, do something very difficult. Even California, fortunately, our Jerry Brown in plastic things and bags. Then I go to the shopping, if I buy something, they do not give a bag, and if I going to get back, I have to pay extra money. That's why discourage selling, that way some of them are doing that. The Buddha gave a very good answer for your question. Buddha said, what is the difference between Buddhism and other religions? Let us see what happened in the other religions, even the Christianity and other religions. All of religion says, except Buddhism, we call two religions in this world, theist religions and Buddhism. Theist means the Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism and Islam and so forth, who believe the God. Those, all of them say, past people were wonderful. Present, no good. To make a future, we have to destroy, or we have to change this. We must change this society, people, and move on. Even Mao Zedong did the same thing. Even Karl Marx and everybody's want to cultural revolution. Karl Marx, Mao Zedong did the same thing. What the Buddha says? Na pare sang vilomani, na pare sang kata katang, attano vavikaya katani akatani cha. Buddha says that is true. People were very nice. Present world people are not good. That is true. To change the society, you change. Don't try to change others. Na pare sang vilomani. Don't try to find out other people's problems. Na pare sang vilomani. Na pare sang kata katang. What other person says so. What other person going to say so. You don't have to find out. Attano avekkaya, look at yourself. Katani akatani, what did you say, what you going to say. Similarly, if we do our duties without finger pointing others, when my house, myself, I do not put in the garbage can outside the street, or anything harmful for animal or anything harmful to the society. If I do protecting the nature, whatever I could do that way. If everybody see each other, we do. Education is the number one, in other words. But let's educate people. Educate, and we do have to share our duties, we have to do our work, not to push others. Same time, you are 100% true. This is a greedy world. They want more and more and more greediness, and therefore compete in each other to produce many things. They produce a lot of chemicals and pollute in the world, pollute in the nature. China, they are complaining, America complaining China, China complain to America. Both guys are doing same thing. In other European countries, same thing. And except some of the smallest countries are doing very well, like Bhutan. Bhutan is very carefully protecting nature, and if you go and see how they are wonderful way protecting, even Malaysia, Taiwan, especially temples, monks are very careful. They are very nicely protecting nature. They are never putting the garbage and so forth, and collecting separately. The temple has a different machines and so forth. They are wonderful way try to teach and protect it. No? So those smallest countries, some of them are doing very well, some of them are very bad. Thank you.
Last question.
Yeah.
Now you see, as Thera mentioned that the things like earthquake, volcanic eruption and so on, tsunami, these are all major disasters. So does it mean that karma is in fruition? Now karma is actually happening. It's bearing fruit now, isn't it? Is it true? Because they don't believe, I don't know whether they believe in the Christianity, their faith, whether they believe in karma. So in Buddhism, Buddha talk about so much about karmic effects, your cause and effect. So I believe that, I personally feel that actually it's happening to the world now. Not only, as you said, it's due to greediness and this so-called West, the countries, they are rubbing towards countries like all over the world, countries to country having this type of problem, producing these pesticides and DDT and so all these other things. So actually we are killing our own self. So I think what Buddha said is very true, that the karmic effect is happening right now. Is it true, Bhante?
What does it mean?
Karma.
What does it mean? Karma mean action, man, action.
Karma means, I believe that not necessarily it should be from a human point of view. Let's say we are human, whatever we did, bad karma, the effect will come
It is
later.
not talking about the karma mindi, chetanaham bhikkave kammam vadamindi, whatever your motivation, whatever you do. So people are polluting, people are making a lot of trouble to nature. That is a karma. We are suffer. So karma means the action. The people are doing wrong action, we are getting wrong result. People doing good things, we getting good results. Again, alone we cannot blame to the nature. Nature act because of the man doing wrong action, wrong way, collecting karma. As a result, we are all suffer. Karma means the, honestly, karma is good or bad, whatever we do, anything is called karma. It is not the kind of a superpower staying up and try to punish us. It is our activities. Yes?
Honorable Muni, you brought up a very interesting aspect. You said that every year you plant trees, yeah, and that's helping with the environment. I only have one question. That is, when we plant trees or herbs or vegetables, okay, there are issues like pests, there are issues like weeds. So we need to remove the weeds, if not the plants will be very weak. It eats the same soil, the same nutrients. When the pests come, we need to somehow remove or do something to keep the pests from coming to the trees, or there will be no fruits. So when those actions that we do is in a way part of killing, how do we resolve that as a Buddhist? I have my own garden, but I have to weed. Otherwise, the papaya trees or whatever trees I grow, they cannot be, they cannot grow.
You know why Jainism disappear in the world? Chinese teachings are like that. Buddhism is a middle path. Follow the middle path. We are not intention to destroy small animals. However, you put in the path, like organic fertilizer.
Yeah,
It is no harm to even any insects or anyone. And grasses can be removed. We are Buddhists, not the Jainism. Jainism is prohibited. Therefore, that's the reason why Jainism disappeared in the world. We don't have to go so extreme and have to follow middle path.
Yeah. As long as we are removing, not because of aesthetic value, making it nice or whatever, but we're removing because it's not helping in the growth of the plant. It's Okay, is that
Yes, right.
This is quite like the Mahayanas, because before they remove anything, they do a prayer to say that, just in case we harm you, we have no intention.
So nice to pray us and doing that, and we have to be practical and follow middle path.
Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante, very quickly. We have a lot of people who are environmentalists and animal activists who have approached in a very gentle manner to save the environment as well as the living beings. But unfortunately, these heroes were killed. So, and sometimes they are being deterred by these so-called gangsters of greed. What happens then when they move forth to make peace with the environment as well as for the well-being of animals? These heroes are being killed or being stopped. Now, how do we have more people to be brave and come forth and not to?
Then when people organize in those type of thing, unfortunately, they are not following the real loving kindness. Buddha's teaching, even to animal or human, not only have to practice kindness, loving kindness toward the animal, that love, kindness have to practice every being, including himself. Those organizations, sometimes they are extremist. They don't know what they are doing. Therefore, they go sometimes harassed in some kind of clinic and burning the places and so forth, taking upper hand, doing those things very sad and bad. There's a parable, very interesting parable in India. One of the teachers told all of the students, God, nature, everywhere, everybody's God. Therefore, don't anyone or you have to respect for everybody's. One day, one student sent outside to buy someone else to need to bring some vegetables and so forth. When he going in the street, the elephants come in front of him with the trainer. Trainer said, "Hey, go out, this elephant is mad elephant." He says, no. He has a God nature. He has a God nature. How can God punish another God? He is worshipping and moving to the elephant. That man said, get out the street. This elephant is mad. He didn't care. Elephant took him and threw him away. Then he broke his back, and teacher immediately heard, and a student came and took the monastery. Then the teacher asked, what happened? You told everybody has a God nature. Therefore, I thought the elephant has a God nature. I went in front of God, cannot punish God. So then teachers did Maha, the elephant trainer, did he say anything? Yes, he said, get out. Oh, he has a God nature too. Why not listen to him? So he has a God nature. Similarly, these guys are thinking a God nature only animal and those people. They are not thinking other people do have a God nature. We have to respect everybody, not only one person. That's the reason why happening. Sometimes I saw that through newspapers and so forth, the people who extremists go and burning some abortion clinics, and destroying and killing the doctors and so forth. Sometimes I saw this animal protecting, even Sri Lanka, one of the monk in a strike and hunger strike, and after that he got a petrol and put in himself and burned, because against protecting the not to kill.
To stop himself killing animals for food.
Yeah, the cow, not to kill the cows. He requested the government to make a law not to kill any cows. But government did not do that. Therefore he says, no, I'm going to kill to protect the animals. He killed, nothing happened. Foolish act. A foolish act, it is destroying himself also one of the bad thing. It is also killing. He himself also killed. No result, kill himself. What is happening? So those are foolish things, we should not do that. Yes.
So I think in Buddhism we want to practice the middle path. But the thing is that population grows, 7 billion, and it's continuing to grow. And I think we only have so much resources in the world. So what is Buddhism's view about overpopulation? And even if everybody lived in a very unselfish way, we're sharing, but if population continues to grow, then we only have so much resources. So what is Buddhism's view on that? And
If my you answer, I hope you're going to follow it. Become a Buddhist nun.
Blessed. Do be blessed.
No, thing is, you are perfectly right. In the world is growing, people are moving so many, we have to share things. We are not sharing. We are very greedy. We want to ourselves have. See in America, in the how many tons and tons and tons destroying the rice and so forth, because to overproduce, they not given to the poor countries, they destroy. Milk destroy, not sharing. Because they don't want to keep the market price equal way, they not, whatever overproduction, they destroy. That's wealthy, rich countries, greedy economic system doing that. We have to change that one. And again, world population also, it is a very question problem, very sensitive questions. Depend on then someone say in Sri Lanka, all of Buddhists, we have to control birth control, other religious people producing each family 25 children. Why we are only have 1 or 2 children like that? Some of them are questioning. So different people are different way questioning. In Buddha's way is the best way. Buddha says, number 1 is you have to brahmacharya, mean not to have any sexual relationship. Second thing is to have a sasana, monks and nuns, but this is not the answer. Practical answer should be when I grow in the world, people are growing, when without greedy, whatever we have to share. Not to the greedy way, fertilize and other chemical making and more produce and destroy the life. A lot of cancers, a lot of kidney disease, and age is like before 55 people are dying. That's not the answer. Answer should be we have to healthy mind, healthy life, have to live with tripty life. In Buddha's word, using the very famous emperor in India, Emperor Asoka, he says, Apa Bhadata, Apa Vyayata Sadhu. It means the simple life and less expenses are much better. If you do simple life and less expenses, that way we can survive everybody's. Yes.
Another question actually. Just looking back to the question from the lady. So about called the middle path, but of course, you say the economy is such that it's in a way that doesn't really help the environment, and we want to change that. But what does it take for us to become actively involved or in activism? Because sometimes I think, like you say, they create chemicals or pesticides, or that is really having real effects to health. And by taking the middle path, maybe a more passive way, you're sort of the consequence is very dire, right? And because of a dire consequence, I think there is a necessary urgency to take active measures. So sort of like the question is, between the middle path and an activist path, what would it take for you to move towards trying to make more active change?
Actually, activities is very good. However, their motivation. I happen to know so many organizations in America. They are called what's called the name is they are not only pure vegetarian vegans. They are very anti someone drink milk and shout in yelling. Even some people bring to the temple sometimes fish. I'm a vegetarian, but sometimes people bring fish. Those young ladies are so angry and shouting and yelling, and they not tolerate with others. In tolerism is much better, and education. Education even. If you go to internet in the veganism, very beautiful explained. There's called a spoon and pork and spoon. There's a movie, very beautiful way. Veganism explain how wonderful veganism, and that type of thing is very good. With compassion and love, loving kindness very important. With anger, hatred, in my way, everybody's have to do that. No. One of my Sri Lankan members, young girl, now she's grown up. She studied under me. Very arrogant, and she respecting only me, and she hate other Sangha members, and hate other even his own family members, because of this veganism. That type of streams should not follow. We have to follow middle path. Same time, compassion, love in way. We have to educate them. We have to educate. Education is the most important thing. Without education, we shout and yell and put in ourselves. We are getting trouble also when health is going to be bad when we going to angry with others. So we have to very carefully. For example, as you mentioned, when the population grow up, how we can say somewhere in like an ocean side, what happened in Sri Lanka in early time, in fishermen areas. Sri Lanka is a island. Around the country, fishermen are fish to live, their livelihood. Then someone criticized them. Immediately Christian people went, praise, so that is a wonderful job you are doing, and all become Christian, these fishermen areas. So we have to be very practical, same as compassion and love and kindness we have to practice. Otherwise, we are losing everything ourselves.
Bhante, can I ask the last question?
Yes.
If I wind up. San Francisco and LA sits on the San Andreas Fault, and scientists have predicted there's going to be a major earthquake in America, and where you live is going to be hit very, very badly. How do you live with fear, Bhante?
We are not considered the fear. Anything happen, no one can stop. However, those predictions may be true, maybe not. No one can directly say this is happening, no one can say unhappening. Actually, here people are more concerned, but those people are never think about that. Live in present moment. The Buddha's teaching is, what does a bhavana mean? Meditation, you call meditation, or you call mindfulness. Bhavana, the Pali term for meditation called bhavana. What does mean bhavana? Bhavati means live in present moment right now. Live in right now. If you live right now, you don't have to worry too much in the past and future. Once there was a deity came to the Buddha, says, oh, wonderful, your devotees, monks and nuns are very handsome and beautiful and very calm and serene. What's the reason? Buddha says, Atitang nanu sochanti, nappajanti ti nagata, pachupannena yapenti tenavano pasidati. My monks never thinking of the past. They never thinking of the future, what going to happen, the earthquake happening or something happening, never thinking of. Pachupannena yapenti, they live present moment right now. Tenavano pasidati, as a result, they are very happy and handsome and beautiful. Why we should not thinking of the past? Everyone, including myself and all of you, when we think of the past, what is really come to our mind? Our good experiences come to us? No. Mostly come some kind of dirty experiences come to our mind. As a result, we get angry. When we thinking of the future, what happened? Especially like my age people thinking the future, we have a fear and insecurity. Or when I get old age, who going to take care of me? Then therefore we have a fear and insecurity. So should not thinking of the future. Living present moment right now, we are not unhappy. So past, when we think we get angry, future we thinking insecurity and fear come to our mind. Therefore, present moment living, no problem. That's the reason why Buddhas practice meditation.
Bhante is going for his dana, so no more questions. Before we share merits with the Devas and our departed loved one, I have a few announcements to make. Upcoming talks and events.